Hi everyone, my name is Paige, and this is my global impact of Japanese designer Yohji Yamamoto. Okay, so starting off with a little bit of background on him, he's known for the avant-garde spirit of his clothing and his signature oversized silhouettes produced in the color black, also often featured drapery. He was born in Tokyo, Japan, and he graduated from Keio University with a degree in law in 1966. And shortly after graduation, he realized law was not for him. So he started helping his mother, who happened to be a dressmaker. And during that time, he enrolled at Bunka Fashion College, which is now famous for training designers. And after graduating from Bunka, he set up a small ready-to-wear company where he acquired buyers in all major cities of Japan. He then opened his first shop in Paris in the 1980s, and he now has 96 stores located in Paris, Tokyo, and New York City. Okay, so moving on to some of his fashion lines. So his first one, which is his main line, is just his name, Yohji Yamamoto. And that one is available for men and women. And then he has Wise, which is a gender neutral line that features capsule collections of a carefully selected number of designs for each season. And then he has Pour Homme, which is a high fashion brand. And then Costume de Homme, which is a principal line. And then Y3, which is a sportswear line created in collaboration with Adidas. He's worked with a lot of big name brands like Adidas, Hermes, and many more. And then he has a diffusion line coming soon. Okay, so moving on to his impact on Western societies. So his work challenged Western fashion norms by combining traditional Japanese influences with avant-garde design. He started with his debut in Paris in 1981, where he presented his first collection alongside Rei Kawakubo. He introduced oversized deconstructed silhouettes that emphasized drapery and asymmetry, mainly consisting of the color black. And this came as a shock to his audience, as the aesthetic at the time was clothing that is very form-fitting to the body. And though his launch came as a shock, by doing this, he gained praise for taking a risk and achieving his vision of the potential he saw with these designs. And this ended up shaping the modern minimalist movement. And then his designs also became of interest to artists and designers in the West, impacting both fashion and the aesthetic of Western film, visual art, and pop culture. Okay, and then his impact on non-Western societies. So he had a large impact throughout East Asia, making Japan kind of the core of avant-garde fashion and influencing generations of designers. And within his work, he incorporated Japanese sartorial traditions. So he incorporated elements of the kimono, as well as the use of natural and durable fibers. And his emphasis on loose and baggy clothing challenged traditional norms and inspired a new sense of change in style and a shift in both fashion and culture. And then he also impacted other parts of Asia, like South Korea and China, where avant-garde fashion gained recognition and became popular. Okay, and then his fashion output comparison to the zeitgeist. So the style at the time, especially for women, was very form-fitting clothing that was revealing of the body. And within his designs, he made it a point to protect the female body, stating in an interview, "I jumped on the idea of designing coats for women. It meant something to me. The idea of a coat guarding and hiding a woman's body." And then also at this time, the zeitgeist was kind of, women wore this. It was known that women wore this and men wore this. And he explained how he believed men and women should dress more like each other. So he also stated in an interview, "When I started making clothes for my line Wise in 1977, All I wanted was for women to wear men's clothes. Okay, and then his race and background contribution to his overall success. So he strongly cares about including the phrase made in Japan on the tags of his garments to protect these small traditional Japanese techniques. He also talks about how space has always been very important in the Japanese traditional art and of every genre, including painting, sculpting, or theatrical expression. And then he stated the space of expression is even more important than the visual or written. And this is kind of a testimonial to why he designed space within his garments. Okay, and then his overall impact on society. So he reshaped cultural notions of beauty, identity, and self-expression. He challenged traditional fashion norms and encouraged a deeper cultural exchange between the East and the West. As well as he explored gender and identity by designing clothing that didn't conform to the traditional male and female garments, which offered kind of a more gender neutral approach. Okay, and then how does this appeal to me? So I really enjoyed learning about his overall impact on society and kind of how he influenced the fashion industry. And I also noticed how him and Ray Kawakubo had very similar tastes in style and in design. And I know they worked together, but it was just interesting to see how both of them had a similar impact on society and how they kind of had the same goal or frame of mind when it came to making an impact on the fashion industry. So that's all I've got for you. Thank you.